Hey everybody, I want to show you my Garmin Livescope portable kit that I put together. There are a couple different types of Garmin Panoptix sonars. I think it's a standard Garmin Panoptix. You've probably seen videos. And then they have a higher level, which is the Livescope. And if you've seen any of the Livescope videos on YouTube, you'll notice that those are the videos where you can actually see the fish swimming, and I've seen ones where people were in the water and you could actually see them swimming and fish swimming away from them. So the Livescope's a really neat tool, and I really wanted to use it ice fishing, but Garmin doesn't have a portable Livescope kit. They do have a normal Panoptix kit, but there is additional hardware to the Livescope kit, and they don't make a unit for it, or a portable unit. I have seen other videos where people have taken the normal Panoptix mobile kit and they have squeezed the Livescope into it. I didn't really want to do that because at the time I built this, it was about $400 to buy the Panoptix portable kit, and it had an extra sonar transducer that I didn't need. And that just seemed like a lot to basically get a bag, which is really what I wanted. And the pole that the sonar transducer sticks down through the ice hole. So I put this kit together, and I've had a few people ask me about it, and so I just want to show you how it works. So let's take a look. So let me show you how this works. So I started with an Apache 4800 Hardcase. This is a waterproof, shockproof, dustproof case. Got it at Harbor Freight. I think it was about $45 on a sale. They're really inexpensive, but they're actually really well-built cases. I was really impressed. They've got 4 latches, so you can secure the unit. It's waterproof, and you can put it in your sled and not really worry about it. So I started with that. I was worried about the case blowing shut on me in the wind. So at Lowe's, I picked up this cabinet bracket, and I just drilled a hole. I riveted it here and here. This locks shut so that the case can't slam down on the unit or on your fingers or anything else. You can look inside. Part of the reason that I think Garmin hasn't yet come out with a kit yet is there's this extra unit. This is the Livescope part of the unit, that along with this transducer, and it takes up a lot of space. It's hard to squeeze into a bag, so that's part of it. The sonar transducer is part of it, and if you've looked at the videos online of the Panoptix, the ice fishing kit has a pole that you put this on, and you can stick it down in the hole and turn it, and that shows you, you can point it in any direction to see if there are fish. I'll show that in a separate video. One of the, I think, unique things about this setup is I wanted to use my 20-volt Dewalt batteries for the power source, and I wanted to do that for a few reasons. First, they're relatively small for the amount of power they put out. So you can see this is a 6 amp hour. I built this to make sure a 12 amp hour battery fits, and I have one of those that I use. A normal lithium 12 volt battery that you would typically use with a sonar or ice fishing in your sled for your lights and whatnot is quite a bit bigger. They're light, but they're bigger, and I don't think would fit in here really well. So that's one reason. The second reason is they charge really fast, which is nice. The third reason is I can pop them in and out really fast. So I built this so that basically when you want to swap a battery, you just pop it out and you put it back in like that, and you're good to go. So you can swap batteries really quickly. And then I guess the last thing is I use a Dewalt Drill with my auger, and so I can take a few extra batteries with me. And if I need one for the auger, I've got it. If I need one for this, I've got it. So I'm just trying to keep all of my electronics and the power needs when I'm out on the ice on the Dewalt platform. Another thing I did is I wanted to be able to close the case and move quickly when I had the transducer hooked up to the pole, and I want to be able to close the case to do that. And so I cut a small notch in the case, and of course that's if there are any spots where this is no longer waterproof, that will be it, but it's pretty minor. And so you can stick this cord in that slot and have your transducer on the pole in the water, and you can still close the case. And so when I want to move, I just close it, I leave the power on, I latch the case, put it in the sled, and I move to the next location. And before I start fishing, I drill a hole, look around and see if there are fish in the area. Let me show you a little bit more and how this comes apart so that you can take this and move it to your boat if you want to. First thing is take the battery out. Then I'm going to get the transducer cord out of the way. And if you look here, I have 2 screws with quick connectors. So it's really easy to just unhook these. Put that to the side. There's one more on the other side. That's what holds the whole unit in place. And once you've done that, you can take this unit out completely. So this is the unit. So I've got, this is the head unit. I can't remember the model number, but it works with the Livescope. Here's the Livescope unit. I've got all the cords just tucked in here. Here's the screw holes where you attach this to the case. I did have to drill holes in the case, and I put some flathead screws on the other side of the case to attach it. Inside, this is a 3D printed battery holder for the Dewalt 20-volt batteries. I bought that on eBay. You can do a search and find that. And the last thing is with the Dewalt batteries, and you could do this with Milwaukee or whatever you wanted to, whatever you happen to be using with your tools and your auger and whatnot. They run at 18 to 20 volts. The unit is supposed to run at just over 12 volts. I think it would work even if you left it, but just to be safe, I bought a regulator. This is available on Amazon. It's the Dewalt voltage regulator. It has a little screw underneath, and I just attached it to this white, this is just a cutting board I bought at Walmart for 10 bucks or whatever. And you can turn the voltage down. So I've got the voltage running at about 12.5 or 12.7 volts. So it's safe for the unit. That's it. In the next video, I will show you the holder for the transducer and how that works.